Oh, this one na inside France, if it happen, oh, the thing just tire me. Anger. E good make person dey control im anger. This policeman, because of anger, he just kpai this man just like that. As I dey talk so, fire dey burn for inside France. Wahala dey for inside France. Demonstrators dey on the streets. Wetin happen, my people? This policeman, he see this Arabo guy. You know, Arabo people, the way that they behave, now only God, now he go help them. They know they think about tomorrow. As this policeman stop am, say he won't check whether he get driving license. This guy no stop, this man no stop, this baba no stop. As he see police, he begin they drive, they go. As they drive, they go, they run, they go, they run. Instead of this policeman, make them pursue am, make them make sure say they at least they hold am. Now he just spy am. The man just spy. All the Arabonas I they speak now, all of them don't enter France. They don't they demonstrate. Even the prime minister don't come out. They talk to calm the whole situation. Police, you for still take this your anger. You for still reduce am. Not be everything that they use anger they do. You for cool your mind down. But make una watch this video.
In Brussels to attend the second cabinet crisis meeting in 2 days. The European country has been on the edge since Tuesday. The French government has deployed over 45,000 officers to quell the violence. These are visuals in Marseille, the port city of France that is home to the infamous Basilica of Notre Dame. But now the city is being looted in broad daylight by angry protesters. At night, vehicles have been set ablaze by the mob. But 994 arrests and 900 hours later, locals are still locking horns with the police. But behind all this chaos is the quiet, mourning family of 17-year-old Nahel. The teenager was shot by the police on June 27th at a traffic stop in Paris suburb of Nanterre. Nahel subsequently died from his wounds, and the horrifying incident has been caught on tape. He was of Algerian and Moroccan descent, and his identity has triggered protests by angry mobs across the country. Cities in France are reeling under violent clashes. Dijon, Lyon, Marseille, Roubaix, and Bordeaux, to name a few. The French capital, Paris, are major suburbs including Aubervilliers, Nanterre, which is ground zero of the tragedy, Clamart in the southwest of Paris, and Saint-Germain are majorly impacted areas. The fatal police shooting in France has reignited a long-standing problem of police violence and racism. However, leaders including Macron have denied that there is systemic racism inside French law enforcement agencies. Meanwhile, the president has called on parents to keep the young demonstrators off the streets. The president has also urged social media platforms to work with authorities to help calm the situation. Elijah J. Magnier is a war correspondent and also analyst. He is joining us live from Paris. Elijah, good to see you and welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Over 1,300 people have been arrested so far. More injuries are being reported in this protest, but the marginalized community in France is not letting up. What will happen if this unrest doesn't settle down and the issue on over-policing in marginalized communities is not addressed?
Well, unfortunately, we had the event in 1981 in Lyon, 1989, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2017, 2015, and this issue of the suburbs of France in all the big cities is not addressed by any government. Now, the problem in France is France is pretend to have republic values, and these republic values of equality, liberty, freedom, and fraternity are not applied equally to every French citizen. As I have heard in your presentation, these people are French citizens, regardless where do they come from, or their parents or their grandparents come from. They hold the French nationality, and they have the right, as every single French citizen, with fair skin. It is not up to the police to behave with people with darker skin, or with African dissident, or with Arab dissident, or any other country, because they hold the French nationality. And even if they don't, Europe has value, needs to abide by it. And this is the core problem when over-policing is ruling the country, when the government is closing an eye on the abuse of the police. 2017, there were 4,800 abuse. The police investigated only 8% of these 4,800, and only 54 policemen were told off not to do what the abuse again, but they were not put in jail or accused of homicide, which many of them have committed.
Elijah, let me ask you this. The unrest prompted a crisis response from French President Emmanuel Macron, who held an emergency meeting with ministers as he attempts to bridge divisions and unite the country in his second term. What do these protests mean for the French president?
Well, the French president, first of all, has been elected by 23% of the population in the first term. And the second one, he admitted that he was elected because people didn't want Marine Le Pen, the extreme right wing, to come to power. So therefore, all his decisions are decisions emanating from a person who do not represent honestly and really the population. Even if he's using the constitutional right, he's not using the democratic values that he promotes. Also, he's just saying that I want to control the country. Now, it is true when rioters go out of control and start looting the shops, burn schools, hospitals, and other buildings, this is not right. However, it is also not right for the far-right party leader, Sébastien Chenu, to say if Algeria is worried about its nationals in France, they can take them back. Or François Fillon, the former prime minister, said that the districts and the suburbs are inaccessible to the police, or define them that are center of terrorism, which is a very easy accusation when you really want to violate the law and do something wrong and pretend that it's the right case.
I've been talking to Elijah J. Magnia. He's a war correspondent and analyst. Elijah, thank you very much for all your inputs and for talking to me on Wild is One today.